Letting the host know. All right, got it. Speed rolling. Let's get it.
Jets, Jets. Dalvin Cook's a Jet.
Is he really?
Yeah, you didn't see that?
No, I don't look at football stuff that much.
Are you fucking serious?
Wait, was he on? Wait,
he got announced yesterday, I think.
Was he on the Vikings?
Yeah.
So I had a lot of sugar, so I can't. Really
he's the Vikings running back.
Oh yeah, he's washed. No, I'm just kidding. We'll see. I'm just kidding. He's good.
I got A-Rod. I got Garrett Wilson. I got Corey Davis. I think that's his name. I got Mecole Hardman. I got Alan Lazard. I got Randall Cobb. I got Bryce Hall. I got Dalvin Cook.
That team's actually stacked.
I got CJ Uzomah. Oh! I got Sauce Gardner.
He's on defense, right?
Yeah, cornerback.
He's the guy who got Aaron Rodgers that big necklace.
Yeah. Defensive Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, I watched the first episode once you told me. Except there was like 4 different ones, so I watched one.
It was the one where they played in the preseason game.
Yeah, I did not watch that one then.
That literally was the episode.
I saw like 4 different ones. I'm like, I'm going with the first one, so fuck it.
No. I'm very excited, Nick. I'm very excited for the football season. It's coming.
9/11.
Oh, Jesus. Don't say that out loud.
2023.
Are we going to do fantasy football?
I don't really care. I'm down. I just know, like, you, though, you'll want Aaron Rodgers, so.
Yeah.
I was thinking, though, like, if I had, like, a pick before you, if we were doing it, I would draft Aaron Rodgers for you, but then, like, you'd give me the next 2 picks of yours.
I would let you have Mahomes. I don't care.
I love Mahomes.
No, you don't.
I do like Mahomes.
You would love him if he's on your fantasy football team.
Yeah, I like him overall.
We're ending this podcast forever. It's over. This is done. Anyways, welcome to Forever Talker. We talk nothing forever. My name is Ian Moore with my commentating partner and co-host Nicholas. And on today's episode of Forever Talking, we're going to be talking about a whole lot of nothing, really. Bryce Hall won his bare knuckle FC debut. We're also going to be talking about Conor McGregor versus KSI in the works. Question mark. And we're also going to be talking about Danis maybe taking his fight promotion slightly too far. So we got a lot to talk about this episode. Not too much, but I'm excited because the football season will have started before Misfits 8. Which is the next crossover card. So really, we're just treading water until we get there. I got a couple ideas for a couple episodes.
I'm ready. I forgot to turn the fan off, so I didn't know if you could hear it.
I got my fan going.
Oh, I can't hear it.
I need a vacuum in my room. It's fucking dirty up here. I need to trap the Roomba in here and just have it go.
Boom, boom.
Anyways, I wanted to thank all the love that we got last episode and all the hate too. Our engagement for last week's episode when it comes to the actual episode and the clips that we posted across all the platforms, it went up, baby, and it went up a lot. And we pissed off a lot of people. But my advice and my response to that is, if you're not pissing anybody off, you're not doing it correctly. Now, with that being said, everybody who commented and be like, "Oh my God, these guys don't have they should be talking about fighting." I mean, you can go fuck yourself. I mean, honestly, when it comes down to it, and whenever you straighten it all together, you could go fuck yourself. Stephen A. Smith loves Aaron Rodgers. Stephen A. Smith isn't winning a Super Bowl anytime soon. He comments on football every fucking day of his life. Ariel Helwani is the voice of mixed martial arts, you could argue.
Yeah.
He's not going to win the UFC fucking welterweight title anytime soon. Let's call it what it is. And I'm sorry if we hurt anyone's feelings that we talk about sports.
I'm just shocked that people were disagreeing with us on that. Just because it was very obvious stuff.
Well, Nick, here's what it comes down to. You can't fix stupid. And unfortunately, there are 8 billion people on the planet, which means a lot of them are destined to be fucking stupid. And if you have to comment in our social posts that you disagree with our sports takes, that automatically is a prerequisite for showing that you are a fucking moron.
Well, I mean, certain topics, but like this one was obvious.
Comment, if you comment like a reason why.
Or even when we were talking trash on Mahomes and like Joe Burrow, I could understand that concept, like a long time ago. But like
we're biased.
Well, yeah,
we're very biased.
But like Nate Diaz and Jake Paul, like that fight wasn't close at all.
It was never. Why anybody thought that fight was gonna be in contention is baffling to me.
And let's not act like we had the same scorecard as the judges who watched the fight.
And we hate Jake Paul.
Yeah.
So if I it's not like I'm saying it to piss off Nate Diaz fans. No, I love Nate Diaz. But I'm gonna be honest. He had no fucking chance.
But we'll say the same thing when it comes to like an MMA fight. Nate Diaz is gonna kill Jake Paul.
I agree. Easily.
Yeah, so I'm just shocked just on the topic because it was very obvious. We really weren't even stating our opinions. It was facts.
Because you can't say anything in this day and age without getting people in a fucking butthurt panty twist motion. There's nothing that I can say. If I said the sky was blue, some dumb motherfucker would comment and say it was green. Purple. There isn't any winning. It's unbelievable.
I love it though. I love it.
So if we piss people off, that just shows me that because we get more likes on the post than we do hate. So that means we're doing it correctly.
I hope people keep commenting. I hope they do. I like seeing them.
Good. Keep commenting. I don't care. I'm not going to respond. And if I respond, it's because you said something so fucking stupid that I can't even fathom it. And I just had to. But I do my best to not to respond to the comments just because I'm not going to give them any. I don't even look at them 95% of the time. I was looking at them on the last episode because the engagement for the last episode went up so high. But I don't look at them the majority of the time. But when I did look at them this week, it was
not good for us.
People are so fucking stupid.
I love it though. I love it. I mean, they're gonna love this episode too.
Yeah. If we have any Conor McGregor fans in here, I would leave now.
Yes. It's not gonna go well.
Yeah, no, Jesus. Anyways, Bryce Hall won his bare knuckle FC debut. Listen, everybody loves an underdog. I mean, and Bryce Hall in the crossover scene plays the villain so spectacularly well that you want him to lose. But this time around, whenever he was walking into a bare knuckle sport, which shouldn't even be sanctioned to begin with, I can't believe that this even got sanctioned, versus a pro undefeated bare knuckle fighter. And I get it. He was 30 pounds lighter.
It didn't look that big of a difference.
Not height wise, no, but weight wise.
Yeah,
G Perez, I believe his name is, fights at 125. Bryce or 135 or something like that. Everybody loves an underdog. Bryce won the fight via doctor stoppage, Dr. TKO, whatever you want to say, in the second or third round, I think, in between rounds.
What did he do? Didn't he break his arm?
I think he probably hyperextended his elbow. First couple of seconds of the fight, Bryce knocks down his opponent, lands a shot right on the button. Then he starts getting pummeled a little bit. Bryce, for some reason, attempts a double leg takedown, drops the poor guy on his neck. And he just wasn't the same after that. And then in between rounds, he said his arm was fucked, and he quit. Well, quit. He probably couldn't continue, is my guess. But listen, Bryce said it himself. He said it in the press conference. If G didn't get hurt, or Perez or Guy or whatever his name is, if Perez didn't get hurt, he probably would have lost that fight. With that being said, I have nothing but respect for Bryce Hall for having the nuts to get in there.
He took hits.
He took hits. I'm super fucking happy that he won because it's such an awesome moment that after he got annihilated by Austin McBroom, the promo that he cut after this fight, which was a direct reflection of the promo he cut when he lost to Austin, whenever he said, I'm not a fighter, I'm not a boxer, or I'm not a boxer, I'm not a fighter, I never claimed to be a fighter. This time around when he won, he said, I am a boxer, I am a fighter, I always claim to be a fucking fighter. That's incredible. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
And it's awesome to see, regardless if you like Bryce Hall or not, he's a great promoter, he's a great character for the scene. Him winning his bare knuckle FC fight is great for crossover boxing, and I would love to see him fight in Misfits. Now, with that being said, his style that he took into fighting bare knuckle FC might not work as well in boxing, which is where my concern lies. But as long as Bryce Hall is in the scene, it's good for everybody. Nick, do you have anything to comment on?
I would argue, now you might disagree, that he's the first crossover boxer to get a true win over a professional boxer or fighter. You can disagree, but like Jake Paul, I guess he beat Silva. But still, I'm impressed. And KSI, Joe Fournier, but like I'm saying
KSI beat Pineda.
Yeah, but like come on now. That dude didn't even know where he was at when he was in that ring.
Well, I don't know everything there is to know about Perez. I know he was 3-0 before this fight. But I don't know if he had a bunch of amateur fights or whatever happened. I don't know. It's super impressive regardless.
Yeah.
And I mean, you and I were shocked whenever the knockdown happened.
Oh yeah, when Bryce Hall, because it was like at the beginning of the fight.
I couldn't fucking believe it. I was shocked.
Too. I think he went in there thinking, "Oh, this guy's gonna be nothing," and he got clipped.
Man, he's like, "Holy fucking shit!" That's what it feels like to get hit by somebody 30 pounds heavier than me.
I guess that's the cool thing though about the bare knuckle is you don't have to be like hit him super hard. You can just hit him accurate.
Yeah. So listen, like watching this fight, Bryce looked better than he did whenever he fought Austin a couple years ago, but he still doesn't understand distance very well.
Yeah.
He was getting smacked around a little bit. In his style of getting in close, exploding in, and flurry punching low with your chin up in the air, that's very bare knuckle style.
Yeah.
And that won't work. Like KSI explodes into distance, but he has the power and the strength to get away with it. Bryce doesn't have that, and that style works super well for bare knuckle because you don't have to be super powerful, and you don't have to be. You can just land one clean.
Yeah, one lucky hit.
And that could be night. Whenever in boxing, though, you have, padded gloves. And sure, you could land that lucky one, but there has to be power that comes with it. So I'm not sure that Bryce can take that and walk into a Misfits ring and be successful. Now, with that being said, I hope that Bryce walks into a Misfits ring with a different team, and because if he learns how to fight, he could be the biggest name in this thing.
Yeah.
He promotes better than anybody. I mean, he could be phenomenal at it. With that being said, though, like I think the plan is to do Bryce versus Deji.
Yeah.
Don't do that. I mean,
It's a big fight, but
it's a huge fight. And I guess whenever you're in Misfits, you have to you got to unload the clip when you can, because who knows how long this will be a thing. I think that Bryce versus Deji is a little too much of a step, I would say.
yeah.
Just because Deji is so tactically sound these days. And Bryce losing would not be good. That's why I argue for building these guys up a little bit. Like, do Bryce versus B Dave.
Oh yeah, that'd be exciting.
I'd love that. That'd be a slap boxing match of the century. But like, Misfits needs characters, and I'm assuming that Bryce and Mams Taylor have already begun talking. I have a feeling that that's already the case. Now, with that being said, Bryce has been known to ask for a little too much money. And the Misfits DAZN budget is reflected on reality and not on perception. You get what you like Slim versus Salt Poppy for the 165 title was supposed to be a thing. Slim wanted more money. He was apparently offered $200K. He turned it down.
Why?
He said it wasn't enough. From my understanding, but I've only heard this from Mams Taylor and Keemstar and a bunch of other. I haven't actually heard it from the mouth of Slim, but he did say, I believe, that he wasn't being offered enough money. They offered him $200K, which is well above what he's been offered in the past, and Slim turned it down. You get, if it's a big profile fight and you don't necessarily bring in $200K worth of revenue, then they'll offer you $200K if it's just a high profile fight in general. If it's not a high profile fight, they're not going to offer you that. So like Bryce Hall is going to be offered more money to fight Deji than he would to fight B Dave. Naturally so.
Both are big names.
Yeah, I mean, it's not an uncommon thing. So Slim turned down to fight Salt Poppy because he wanted more money. He was offered $200K. DAZN and Mams were not willing to offer him more than that. So then apparently after that, Slim just vanished off the face of the planet and stopped responding to text messages or emails or anything like that.
See you later, Slim.
Yeah, so they're saying that Slim is ducking Salt Poppy. So a lot of people are saying they're out for the soccer game tonight, and it's kind of bullshit.
You're gonna have to carry.
We're playing the A team, so
that's why. That's why.
So I'm gonna walk in there with fucking stitches in my head, and I'm still gonna play.
So are they gonna be there next session too, or is this just a one fucked up session?
They were their last session.
So they're just killing everyone.
I guess they didn't play last week, so I don't really know. But it's weird. Whenever you like look at their thing, they beat everybody, but they didn't beat everybody by a large margin.
Maybe they're like purposely like, let's only win by 2 so we can stay in the league.
But
They're
there's no other league that they can go into. Now our league is like the top league because there is no other teams to fulfill the A division. So
I'm
it's
kind of
like,
surprised with that.
but it's like, so there's two A teams in our division. One of the A teams we've beaten in the past a couple times, and last time we lost to them 1-0. It was a super close game. They lost to the team that we're playing tonight by like 1 goal too. But whenever we played them last, they beat us 13-3.
You
So
think it
it's
was just a bad game, or
it was either that or they just had different subs, or I don't know. But like, I think it's bullshit that I have to play these teams. Like, I don't mind playing the team that I lost 1-0 to. I think it's bullshit that I have to play the team that won the championship in 2 divisions above us.
yeah,
That's stupid. Have them have. I don't give. Why do I give a fuck if the 2 A League teams have to play each other every week? I don't care. That doesn't.
yeah,
And until my division gets put back to normal, I'm still the champion. So all of you guys could suck a dick because I am the champion of the world until this gets fixed. So fuck that. Yeah,
yeah.
I don't know. This is some bullshit though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6
6 people
players.
they
Yeah.
called out.
And Mike. No. 1, 2, 3, 4 people called out. Including Brett. And I guess that Brett's not playing. Maybe Stefan won't play either. This is bullshit, dude.
You guys are gonna get fucked.
This is fucking stupid.
uh,
Bullshit.
4 people. Wow, you guys usually only have like 2 or 3 subs.
Well, we have 11 people on the team. So we'll have 2 subs if Stefan says he's in.
Yeah, he'll probably be in.
I don't know. Who knows? I don't know. It's fucking stupid. It's ridiculous. I need you to strap up. I'll see you there. I have to go there with my fucking stitches on my head. Anyways, this is like nothing news, but I figured we would comment on it because I love talking about it. Actually, we could close off with this. I'll tell you what. The talk of the town for the prime card right now is Dylan Danis. It's Dylan Danis and it's Logan Paul. They're arguing. They're going back and forth. Well, really, it's just Dylan going at Logan and Logan not responding a lot, if at all. Dylan is notoriously known for talking a lot of shit and maybe pushing it a little too far. And that would be okay if he fought, but he's not going to. And I guarantee you he's not going to be at Misfits either. So, like,
I love this shit talking though. It's funny.
I love the shit talking too, except he may have gone a little bit too far.
No, on a
Notorious
normal person, yes, but I don't like Logan Paul, so I'm all right with it.
in the fight game, you're supposed to leave people's parents, wife, fiance, girlfriend, kids out of it.
Family.
Anything else is fair game. How they fight, their coaches, people in their team. Dylan has taken the opposite approach and every like 30 minutes every day will post a picture of Logan Paul's fiance
with another dude.
with another dude. Um,
It's actually funny.
now listen, and posting pictures of her undressed
Yeah.
sometimes. Um, it's a bold tactic. Even so, posting some fake pictures with her face pasted over other women. Dylan posted a picture of him and his ex-girlfriend with Logan's girlfriend's face pasted over his ex-girlfriend's face. So it was like Dylan and Logan's fiance. And there's like 40 of these.
And I looked it up yesterday, and oh my god.
He posts one like every 15 minutes.
And he just doesn't give a shit.
He does not care. And Logan sent a cease and desist to Dylan, basically saying to stop. Now a cease and desist doesn't necessarily mean anything. It really, it's kind of like a warning. It's a written warning, really. That he can enact on defamation, I guess. That would be the lawsuit here. Dylan, of course, saying, go fuck yourself, and has continued to post these pictures. And it's an interesting thing. Now, it's certainly got people talking about Dylan Danis versus Logan Paul, which, of course it would. My only question, and I am not like, I think it's fucked up, but I also understand it, but it's as fucked up as it is because Dylan is notoriously a scumbag, and like he's not gonna make the walk. I'm sorry. There is I would say 70 to 80% chance he's not gonna be there.
Oh yeah.
He's just gonna pay the $100K fine if he pulls out.
Yeah.
Not that he has $100K, but Conor does, and he'll find a way to get it, I guess. So, what's your thoughts on this? What do you think?
I love it, dude. I love it. I love it because it's on Logan Paul.
If it was on anybody else, you wouldn't like it.
No, I'd say if you're not gonna fight, you shouldn't talk. But it's funny.
But that's why Dylan. That's why it's so effective.
It's a rare win for him
because he doesn't fight. So it's like he's pissing off all these people, but he's not going to fight.
Yeah.
There's no way. So, listen, I'm not going to comment on it that much. I don't think that I'm trying to find the words. I don't think that it's great. It got people talking about the pay-per-view, and I guess that's a good thing. Unfortunately, we're still so far out. But what it is hyping up is the press conference that's taking place next week.
Why do they do it so early for boxing?
The press conference?
Yeah.
Well, it was a thing that was it's a forgotten thing now. It's what it normally was. It was a press conference every month leading up to the fight.
Was it really?
Yeah. I mean, whenever so when it was KSI versus Joe Weller, I believe there's 2 press conferences. When it was KSI versus Logan, like the KSI Logan Paul press conferences are the best YouTube boxing.
I've actually never watched those.
They're great. They're phenomenal. The one in 2018 and the 2019 one all of them are pretty good. They're cringy because of course they are, but at the same time, it's like these guys really hated each other back then, and you can tell. And after every press conference, like they got into a scuffle. And it was when crossover boxing was relatively new, right? So like KSI and Logan Paul fighting each other
It's like the whole thing.
was like a big thing in a public setting. Like people, like it would get a bunch of engagement and a bunch of clicks. Logan and Dylan now are scheduled for said press conference, and I'm hoping they do one in America, and I'm hoping they do one in England, because that's what it used to be. It used to be one in America, one in England, because Logan was from America and KSI was from England. However, I could see them doing. They're definitely going to do a press cut. So they're going to do this press conference, and then they're definitely going to do one fight week, as well as they're going to be doing face-to-faces, and they're also going to be doing public workouts, and they're going to be doing the whole 9 yards. With that being said, they're going to try, because I don't know if you remember how big Misfits 1 was, and like how much promotion went into it, and how big fight week felt.
No, who was on it?
It was KSI versus Swarms, and it was KSI's return
Oh
fight
yeah.
versus
We just started. Yeah.
yeah, Salt
Well,
Poppy's first fight, and it was Slim versus Temper, King
That's when
Kenny
KSI
versus
fought
Sensei.
Bryce.
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember.
like that was the biggest Misfits card since this card. They're trying to make this card. They're trying to make this card the Super Bowl of crossover boxing.
This card will probably definitely beat it when you got Logan Paul on it too.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's gonna beat it, no doubt. It's gonna be. I'm just saying, like as far as hype and production and spectacle, Misfits 1 was probably the best because it had KSI's return on it, and the card was as stacked as it was. And they're trying to make Misfits 8 a similar experience, where you're gonna get, like Misfits 1 had Salt Poppy, it had Deji, it had Slim, it had Temper, it had King Kenny, it had it had Sensei, it had Fuzzy Tube, it had KSI. Pineda and Swarms weren't as big then as they are now, but it had them. This card, they're gonna try and get Logan and Deji and KSI and Bryce Hall and Salt Poppy and Slim, but it doesn't seem like Slim's gonna fight. And I'm guessing they're gonna go with Pineda, and they're gonna grab Swarms for this thing, and they're gonna really stack this card. They're unloading the clip. It's gonna Dean versus Waleed 2. They're gonna unload the clip on this card. So they're trying to make it the Super Bowl of crossover boxing.
We've already talked about this.
Yeah, we already talked about it, which is why there's not going to be a Misfits event in between now and then, despite the fact that this is in October. Yeah. So they're going to probably they're doing a press conference next week. I don't know if it's in England. I imagine it's in England. But like if you remember, Dylan didn't show up for the last one.
Yeah.
Probably because he had no intention of fighting.
Yeah, the worst thing hearing about the last time was when he didn't even have like a camp.
No.
He didn't intend to at all.
He didn't have a coach. He didn't have a camp. His training sessions were jiu-jitsu training sessions.
Oh yeah.
I forgot. My guess is nothing has changed for this. Let me help you. If he doesn't show up for this press conference next week, I believe it's next week. I think it's like August 22nd. If he does not show up for this press conference, he's not showing up for the fight.
Oh yeah.
And
to be fair, the backup fight for him though, Hasim Rockman Jr., right?
Yeah.
That's going to be a good fight.
Yeah, for Hasim Rockman Jr.
Yeah, if he shows up.
That's also your issue there.
Yeah.
I believe he didn't show up because he got injured this last time.
He pulled out twice though, right?
He missed weight for his Jake Paul fight.
Yeah.
Or they pulled the plug on him before he could make weight or something.
And then he got injured. So that's twice.
And then he got injured, and then he fought Greg Hardy in between it, and he got fucked up. But also Greg Hardy was, 100 pounds heavier.
Out of the hardest fight of the three, he took the hardest.
So, like, Logan, like Hasim Rockman Jr. and Dylan Danis are not on the same level.
Not even
Uh,
close.
and I don't really like if Dylan pulls out, if he talks all this shit, posts about Logan's what his fiance, all this shit, pulls out, and then Logan gets rattled by the replacement.
I'm all right with that though.
I just want to see Dylan Danis get hurt.
He's not
And
gonna
that
fight.
and he's not gonna fight. And that's literally the scheme. And,
Yeah,
and
if you throw coffee at someone's face and then you don't fight him,
he's the scumbag of the earth. But with that being said, there's somebody else who's very similar to him who didn't used to be like this, who I can't tell the difference between anymore, is Conor McGregor.
we were on the same transition. I was about to say we could transition easily into this.
This weekend, Conor McGregor showed up for the Anthony Joshua fight. McGregor was drunk out of his mind. Showed up with a couple chicks, I guess. From what I heard, after the fight, he then poured. He was there to promote his drink, his black stout or whatever it's called. He poured the beer down Anthony Joshua's throat. Started yelling at KSI to his face after the fight. I think it was. Did multiple interviews. And then also was in the ring after the fight for some fucking reason. I
hate
don't know.
that.
And then Conor, like you could see Conor during the fight was like shadow boxing to himself, as if like Anthony Joshua could like pick up on it and like understand what Conor wanted him to do. So Conor, we'll talk about this. Conor did an interview where he said that in December he's coming back to fight Michael Chandler, and then he's gonna fight
Gaethje, right?
somebody else, and then Gaethje for the BMF belt.
Yeah. I forgot who it was.
Who cares? It's not gonna happen. It doesn't matter. We can just stop talking about this now.
I think he said Michael Chandler, then Gaethje for the BMF belt, and then Nate Diaz for the trilogy.
Oh, this is right. Or he said Nate Diaz for the trilogy and then Gaethje for the BMF belt.
Those were the fighters.
I will say it's interesting. He doesn't say he's going to fight for the lightweight title anymore, or any title for the one. Probably because he can't get to lightweight and he knows he's not beating.
But you know what it is, right? The lightweights or light heavy or the lightweights they haven't fought in a while. So it's like every weekend he's got to watch who he's going to pick.
It doesn't. He's not going to beat Michael Chandler. So it doesn't.
We got to see what he looks like when he comes back.
Okay, listen, and like I love the sentiment that we think he might be able to beat Michael Chandler. You don't take 3 years off and then fight somebody who's been active and win. You just don't. It doesn't happen. It's never going to happen. And Conor, sorry, I'm gonna piss off a lot of Conor McGregor fans right now. Whenever Nate Diaz beat Conor McGregor, we started saying how good Nate Diaz was instead of saying how not good Conor McGregor actually is. I'm just sorry. You're a big advocate of the Conor McGregor left hand. It's not effective in 170, and it's certainly not going to be effective. Like it was barely effective in 155. It was very effective in 145. It's not going to be a thing in 170, which is what Conor's going to have to fight at because he weighs 190 fucking pounds. He's not. He might be able to beat Michael Chandler because Michael Chandler is going to do something stupid. That's it. He's not beating Nick Diaz. He's not beating fucking Gaethje.
No.
I don't. So we don't have to talk about that. We can talk about that when he actually gets announced for a fight. I don't even know if he's in USADA. I think he might be now. I don't know. I have no idea. Conor versus, but anyway, it's Conor versus KSI. That's the big thing. he did another interview over camera where he said KSI couldn't box eggs if he worked in an egg boxing factory.
He said it twice.
He said it 3 times. He said it
Oh,
three times. 3 times. He said it once on camera. He said it once in the ring. And then he said it again either backstage or to KSI's face. I couldn't remember.
He must like that.
So yeah. So Conor gets in the ring after the fight for some reason. Why he was in the ring, I have no idea. He says the same thing, like he would fight KSI bare knuckle if he wants to. Mate couldn't box eggs if he worked in an egg boxing factory. Gets out of the ring, pours stout down Anthony Joshua's throat, then tells Anthony Joshua to, and while he's like pointing at KSI, would fuck him up. And Anthony Joshua says, no, that's my guy. Anthony Joshua, of course, is going to love KSI more than Conor McGregor. These days, I can't tell the difference between Conor McGregor and Dylan Danis. I see a whole lot of talking shit, and I see a whole lot of not acting upon it.
Yeah.
This is incredibly embarrassing. It's a fall from grace. It's never going to happen. KSI versus Logan Paul is not going to be a thing because Conor's still contracted to the UFC and he doesn't have the authority in the UFC that he used to have anymore. Conor doesn't want to fight Michael Chandler,
Oh.
but he has to. If he's going to fight, it's Michael Chandler or nothing. That's what the UFC told Conor. If Conor wants to fight KSI, he can't. He has to fight in the UFC first. Want to know why? Because he's contracted. And he can't get out of it. He's not who we thought he was. He's never going to be that again.
No.
And it's just embarrassing.
Well, the thing, the UFC has evolved where you can't just be a striker anymore. You have to know how to wrestle, grapple, know jiu-jitsu, and he doesn't know that very well.
Not only that, but he's taken so many years off.
Yeah.
More than I understand he had the broken leg. He's taken off more time than he needed to. Let's call it what it is.
Oh, yeah.
If he can train with these guys in The Ultimate Fighter, he can come back. This is on him.
Yeah.
This is his decision to not come back.
Right.
And for whatever reason, and I like Conor McGregor in the crossover scene is a big deal for the crossover scene because he's still a draw.
Oh, yeah.
Until he comes back and gets knocked the fuck out. He's still a draw. But like, I hate to be that guy, but I'm going to say it now. He's not beating KSI.
Yeah.
No, Nick. He's not beating KSI.
No, I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah. He's not beating Jake Paul.
No.
He's not beating Logan Paul.
No, he's too small.
He's way too small. I don't think that left hand is effective at that weight. And even if he is tactically better, which he is, he's gonna get tired.
Yeah, gas out.
He's gonna get. Conor had a gas out problem when he was in his prime. Now imagine when he hasn't fought in 3 years and he's 50 pounds overweight.
Yeah.
Which he's gonna have to be at least 15 to 30 pounds overweight just to get into the weight class of KSI. I don't know if Conor would naturally walk around at 170. Maybe he does. Because he looked like death when he cut down to 145.
I mean, he's like 205 right now, though.
But that's not good for him. He can't fight at that.
Oh, no, he's way too big.
Yeah, he can't fight at 205. He can't fight at 185. His best bet is to fight at 170, which that is close to KSI's weight class. But he's gonna gas out faster. than
He's
he
too
did in
small.
155.
He's just too small for 172.
I agree.
He messed up though because he built up too much muscle and like trying to cut weight with muscle is hard.
What's he gonna do?
Yeah.
I mean, he's gonna cut 40 pounds to get to 155?
Yeah.
I don't think so. And if he does, great. That's still not heavy enough to fight KSI. And the reason why I think he's calling out these crossover fighters is because they have the attention right now.
Well, I was gonna say I think he did it because he got jealous of Nate Diaz.
Maybe. These guys have the attention.
Yeah.
Crossover boxing is alive. This KSI Logan card is gonna sell hundreds of thousands, if not a million pay-per-view buys.
Oh yeah.
Jake versus Diaz sold 450K. That just got announced the other day. That's a lot of fucking money. 450K at $60.
Fuck. It's a lot.
What is that? That's $27 million. Plus advertising. Plus gate. This is probably a $50 million fucking thing. Let's just call it what it is. Conor is done.
Yeah.
He's done. He's got one left in him. And he has to win. Is that fair?
Yeah.
What happens to Conor McGregor if he loses?
He doesn't. He's already lost.
But if he loses now, when his stock is at the lowest it's ever been.
I don't know. I don't think it will be that big of a difference.
You know, he didn't mention whenever he said, oh, I'm gonna fight Chandler, and then I'm gonna fight Diaz, and then Gaethje. You know who he didn't mention?
Charles,
Leon, Poirier.
Jorge would be interesting, but he'd get killed there.
It'd be interesting for Poirier.
Oh, you said Poirier?
Dustin?
Yeah, I thought you said Jorge.
Oh, no.
Mazadov. I was like, he would definitely come out of retirement for that fight. But
yeah, I'd like
Poirier
to watch that in a boxing match.
Yeah.
I think exciting. Jorge's gas tank probably isn't that great either, right?
It's not bad.
I think Conor has the technique to do it still. I just don't know if he has the hunger to do it. I think he sees it and he's like, oh man, I'd like to do that. But then it's time. And it's like,
dude has all the money in the world now, though. It's almost impossible.
What's the risk and the reward?
Yeah.
It's just not. And he, like,
it's just embarrassing, though. Every weekend he's commenting and then he deletes his tweets. It's like, how many times does he have to learn?
In every UFC pay-per-view, he tweets the same shit that he's gonna beat somebody up while he's sitting on his couch smoking pot and drinking fucking whatever he drinks and
proper 12,
drinking proper 12 whiskey and black stout whatever, and sitting on his couch tweeting that he can beat all these guys but not taking action upon it. It's very similar to Dylan Danis.
Exactly like Dylan Danis.
And that's why Conor McGregor in this day and age is no better than Dylan Danis. And I don't care what Conor McGregor achieved in the past. Conor McGregor's downfall is on Conor McGregor alone.
Well, it's fame.
He decided not to fight.
Well, actually, I don't know about that.
No.
Have you watched the documentary?
On what? His documentary?
Yeah, but like they held his fights.
Why?
because they didn't want him to fight during COVID.
What happened after Floyd Mayweather?
I don't remember the timeline.
Why did he take so long to come back and fight Khabib? Besides the fact that he threw a dolly at the motherfucker.
How long was that wait?
A year, I think. I can't remember. But I remember after the Khabib fight, he didn't come back for a long time.
All I know is that the UFC has held him from fights.
Yeah, withholding him from fighting during COVID doesn't shock me at all.
Yeah, but like the whole Poirier thing, you know how that fight started? The second one? They were going to do their own charity one, and then Dana stepped in. Did you know that?
They did his own charity one.
Yeah, like the UFC, it was not the UFC's idea for Poirier versus McGregor too. Like McGregor and Poirier, they agreed to fight, but they weren't going to do it on the UFC.
But they have to because they're contracted to the UFC.
I think they were just going to do it for charity, for fun or something. I don't know, but
he can't.
There was something about it they could, but all I'm saying is the UFC did hold them from fights.
And this is a business.
Yeah, but I've heard they do that with other fighters, like Khamzat Chimaev. They're doing that with. I heard.
This is a business.
I know, but I'm just saying it wasn't all McGregor.
Why isn't he fighting now?
That's him.
What about the last year?
Leg broken.
He broke his leg 2.5 years ago.
Hey, I'm agreeing with you now, but I'm just saying before.
I just don't buy it. I don't think. I don't know, man. I don't have an answer for you. I am disappointed that this is where it's gotten to. where he is just no better than Dylan Danis these days, where he's just gonna talk shit on Twitter, or like now he's getting in fucking KSI's face.
Yeah.
I'm just tired of it. I'm just tired of it.
He was jealous of Nate Diaz getting all the attention.
Just fight. Dude, just fight. Like
get off the roids and fight.
Get in the fucking USADA pool and fight. And like if you don't, I mean, it's just Dylan Danis. Like you're just Dylan Danis. And Dylan Danis is literally the ass stain on my fucking toilet paper after I wipe. Dylan Danis is that. Dylan Danis is my shit stain.
I will be rooting for him though against Logan Paul.
I won't be. I honestly won't be.
But it's not like the last fight, so
he's a great promoter though.
Yeah, but
whatever. I just can't anymore. They're just both embarrassing me.
But they're also only good promoters though because they pick big names, if that makes sense. Like if Dylan Danis was fighting like someone else, basically, this would not be a big news, but it's because it's Logan Paul.
But Conor used to be a big promoter. That's true. But Conor used to be
I'm talking about now though.
Yeah. But
like McGregor back then could carry himself. He could fight a nobody and it would still sell. But nowadays, it would still sell nowadays, but
it wouldn't sell as much as it would have.
Yeah, but like Dylan Danis though,
Conor McGregor is gonna sell for his next fight based on the fact that you haven't seen him in so long.
Yeah,
but if he loses, does anyone care? If he loses to Michael Chandler, which I think he's going to lose to Michael Chandler.
Michael Chandler's good.
Does anyone care?
No. Well, I don't think anyone seriously takes him serious.
No, there's that fan. You'll see it whenever we post these clips. You'll see it that there is a McGregor fan base out there who completely disagrees with us.
All you got to do to know what we're talking about is go on Instagram, and they will literally have the highlights of him versus Khabib in like one video.
Oh, I know. It's all over my TikTok feed.
I know that's how you know the McGregor fans. Like, he got fucking his ass kicked.
Oh man, and Conor would beat us up. I get it.
He beat those people commenting up too, though.
I get it. And Dylan could beat me up
easily.
Whatever. Go fuck yourself. I'm just commenting. I just comment how I see it. Yeah. I see Conor tweeting and I see Dylan tweeting, and I don't see a lot of action between them.
Well, all you got to do is let's look at how many tweets they have compared to their last fight was.
I mean, Dylan's had about 1,000 since we started. Let me check.
Well, Dylan didn't break his leg, so him not fighting's him.
He did have a torn ACL, though.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
When do you have that?
He tore his ACL a few years ago, and then he had to go get it redone again because the surgery didn't work. Now, this last year has been on him.
Yeah, when you don't even have a training camp when you're supposed to be fighting, that's terrible.
Because I'll be planning to fight.
But I'll be rooting for him against Logan Paul.
No, you won't be. No, he won't be. No,
you're right. I won't be because he won't be there.
Yes.
I think Rockman Jr. That's who I'm rocking with.
Let's get it, Rockman. Yeah.
I've been a fan since day one.
Anyways, we can go ahead and wrap this one up. I'm sure we pissed off enough people with this episode as is. But
that's the whole point, was just to go out to McGregor fans.
But it we talked about Bryce, and we talked about what else did we talk about?
Fuck.
We talked about the prime card.
Oh, it's just Dylan Danis.
Talked about Dylan. I mean,
and to be fair though, we had I said some good points about Conor. A little.
I mean, listen, I wouldn't go after him if he proved me wrong. If he goes out there and he beats Michael Chandler, I can't talk shit. I was wrong about some things.
Yeah, but
some things. Not everything. Because if he beats Michael Chandler, it's still like, why didn't you do that a while ago? But,
Yeah, you should have been fighting him now.
Today.
Yeah.
like this weekend. Like, he should be fighting him this weekend.
He should be in Boston this weekend.
Anyways, we're going to go ahead and wrap this one up. Hope you enjoyed today's episode of Forever Talking, where we talk nothing forever. Nicholas, actually, I was going to have you pick a number between 1 and 10, but in order to win $5, the first person to guess the number.
Oh, he's picking himself.
I'll tell you what, pick a number between 1 and 10. In order to.
Let me 3.
3. All right. Logan _fall. Got it right. But you know why we're not going to pay him?
He didn't follow you?
Neither did anybody else.
Oh, they just commented?
Yep. Sorry, gang. It's very clear. Have to like the post and follow in order to win. I don't know how to. I can't.
All right.
Sucks to suck.
You gotta do it. You gotta do it now, though. It's your time to shine.
Oh, do what? Oh yeah.
$5.
In order to win $5, you have to like this post and follow in order to win. If you don't follow, I'm not gonna send you $5. Jesus. In order to win $5, the first person to comment the number between 1 and 10 that Nick will guess next week will win $5. You have to be following the page and like the post in order to win. And then you also have to you can't comment every fucking number between 1 and 10, because if you do that, that's just a big dick move, and Nick doesn't like that. Nick hates big dick moves. Nick just
hate big dicks.
Nick hates big dicks. He hates big dicks everywhere. He hates them here, he hates them there, he hates them in the fucking comment page. Whenever you comment a number between 1 and 10 and you don't follow the page, or if you comment a number between 1 and 10 and you comment every fucking number, because that's against the rules. So go in the comments, pick a number between 1 and 10 and follow the page in order to win, and we will DM you or comment back that you won if Nick picks your number next week on next week's episode.
Hey, you know what we got to do is, if we don't give them it, just like keep building the money up. You know what I mean? Kind of like the Mega Million or the lottery. You know how they do that?
Oh, yeah.
Because technically,
we could. We're not going to do it now, but we could.
We're up to $25.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus. Actually, that's not a bad idea.
Well, I send you the same amount of money every week, so it makes no difference.
You too. You do. And I just pocket it. I just put
That's the tax.
Yeah, that's your tax. That's I got the pay-per-views. That's what
Yeah. You're the champ.
Yeah. I'm the champion of the world. Okay.
Oh, he's got to get the belt.
Should I get the belt?
No, I say we just end it. Oh, he's getting the belt.
I mean,
this is for all the haters.
Wait, hold on. Yeah. I'm still champ. I've always been champ. I'll face whoever you want in a boxing match, so long as I have a clear advantage.
As they can't punch.
Like they can't. Like I'll fight somebody in a wheelchair. Sign the contract.
They gotta be blindfolded.
Yep, they have to be blindfolded in a wheelchair. Wow. Anyways, hope you like this episode. We love you all, and hopefully you continue to watch and don't get sick of us quite yet. Our next week's episode, who knows what we're going to talk about? We might have some guests. We'll see. I don't know. We'll just kind of plan it accordingly.
Yeah.
All right, cutie patootie.
Yeah.
All right. Adios, everyone. Peace.
Thanks, got you.
Love. Bye.
I think you're the one. 'Cause you're like a bonfire. You're warm like the sun. You kiss like the ocean. I think you're the one. See you in my horizon, a stream I for riding. 'Cause you're like an island.